Hi, my name is Phil Winger. I'm an instructor at Urban Boatbuilders. Urban Boatbuilders is a nonprofit youth development agency, and we use wooden boat building to engage and inspire young people in hands-on learning projects. If you're interested to hear more about our mission or our programs, please go to www.urbanboatbuilders.org. So I wanted to explain why I'm standing in front of a wooden boat in my garage. We partner with Northeast Metro District 916. We have for the last 10 years to build 2 boats a year on average. And this year we're building a 15-foot skin-on-frame Adirondack guide boat. And we got it structurally complete more or less before the novel coronavirus forced the closure of schools across the nation. So the school asked me to take the boat home and complete it on their behalf so they have a sellable asset at the end of the year. And Urban Boatbuilders asked me to chronicle the process of completing the boat as a way to reach out to apprentices, volunteers, students. You know, we miss you guys and we're trying to keep you engaged with our work. So I hope you enjoy the video. All right, so next order of business is to get the front seat installed. I was a little distracted because a ferret or weasel or something, some furry long animal came into the garage totally unafraid of me. So today there's a, I don't know, whatever that thing is, a weasel. It's in my garage. He's totally unafraid of me, probably rabid. I think it's time for you to go make some other friends, buddy. Out! Get out! What is wrong with you? First thing we got to consider putting the front seat in is that you don't want it to go in all cattywampus, crooked one way or the other, or too far to the right or left. So we're going to use a process called horning to establish its position before we even think about drilling pilot holes and screwing it in. So horning is using isosceles triangles to position something in a weird shape so that it's centered, I guess. I don't use a tape measure for that unless I have to. I use a stick because it doesn't flex, it doesn't get slack. You just put the corner of a stick on that fixed position, put a tick where you want your mark to be, swing it to the other side, transfer your tick over there. Now we're ready to position the seat. I've also established a center point on the seat to make sure that it's not too far to starboard, too far to port. So before we start thinking about drilling, we want to immobilize this. I'm just going to put a spring clamp back here. Oh, see, it shifted it. Good thing I have my index. Spring clamp, hold that. And I like to put my spring clamps, my clamps on so that they're kitty corner. And there, now I can drill the aft starboard and the forward port. So the screw tip is very likely to come out that face. So we want to cheat the screw, not go as far out as we might. We want to cheat it as far in as we can to utilize the longest axis that we can go in without the screw coming out this face. I'd say our target is here. So I'm going to put a mark right there. That's where we want the screw to go on that axis. And I'm going to make a similar mark on the back side and transfer it lightly to the top. And we'll connect those two with a straight edge. Bam, like that. And we're going to put our screw right in the middle of that. You could just eye that. You could use a screw as a perpendicular tool. Just stick it right there. That's your guide. And that'll get you, as long as you sight it relatively close. Like, don't go like that, like this, or left or right. It'll be perpendicular. You don't need to do that. After a while, you get a feel for that. To make sure your countersink's deep enough, just stick your screw in with the head upside down. It should go below the surface. And just drive it in. You can see it drops in most of the way. It's only going to grip the last part. And then drive that down. And now if you're really anal, you can try to line up the screw with the grain of the surface of the wood. So this way, in case of the seat. My garage. Go find somebody else to bother. Get out. Go away. Dude, what is wrong with you? Are you just lonely?